The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and verse 22. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear but those that dwell therein. The springs and the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. No power. Drought. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Habashah, Wahara Kakodash. The honors of the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect and seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen. Some look like the heathen. Beginning with the 144,000. Preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. Now you got right here, I got the video. It says ABC News 20 hours ago. Suspect dead. Ongoing counterterrorism investigation into power substation attack. Now, I'm going to read this first paragraph. It says authorities in Nevada are investigating a counterterrorism incident involving a man who allegedly tried to ram a vehicle into an LA Power and water facility near Boulder City, Nevada on Thursday, according to officials. Now, we're in a time of great evils, man, and these great evils are happening. All right? Now, they hit you, you attack these substations. There goes your power. These substations run off water, called hydropower. So in the midst of drought and or attacking these substations, it's going to kill the power. It's going to kill the grid. You know, of course, not just one is going to kill the whole power of the United States. No, different parts of the United States are attached to certain grids. Like Texas has their own, right? But you got right here. Oh yeah, and I became aware of this by my man Brad right here, Full Spectrum Survivor. I said, let me look this up.
Turns out the government tracks a lot of data. Just the facts from USA. Puregate at the power.
Now Yahweh Shema Shai said that he was going to do what? Plague Egypt again as before. You know, we always got to make that point, man. What's done in the past is happening again. There's no new thing under the sun. So let's get that. Remember, it was 3 days of darkness in Egypt. All right, we don't know how long it's going to be here. But we just know that, hey, it's going to cause a lot of chaos. It's going to cause a lot of death. Food's going to spoil you. All right? People going to be taking each other out. All right? People not going to be able to use phones. People going to take themselves out just because of that. All right? People are going to be worn out and broken down to the point where they're going to want to take this MOTB. All right? And hell, certain areas, me personally, this is what I think. I think all areas are going to be left, not all areas, most areas are going to be left without power except these 15-minute cities. That's what I believe, which would be no man's land. Because see, there will be a waste, or they will be wasting power once they get these 15-minute cities going. Because remember, these AI facilities, they consume so many millions to billions of gallons of water, man, just to keep them running. Because AI, it gets so hot, it needs to be cooled off. You know, and it sucks up a lot of water. All right? And I believe they're just going to be, this power is just going to be utilized for these 15-minute cities in these 10 FEMA zones. All right? Which would be these major cities. All right, in all states. All right. Now, you get right here at 2nd Esdras 15, and 10. Let's start. Let's start at 7. Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh Shema, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. That's us, y'all. It says, and therefore saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Hawashai, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So, hey, that's the third temple. That's the elected Israel. Us as a hopeful elect that's seeking to be the elect. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Hawashai is doing it for whose sake? First and foremost, for the Lord's name's sake, Yahweh Ba'ashem Hawashai, and then for us. It says, verse 10, as it says in Isaiah, verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which is talking about America. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. You see that? Egypt shall mourn the citizens, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, and the punishment that God Yahweh shall bring upon it. All right? So just as Egypt was hit with plagues and went down, the same things are happening here in America, and it's going to be worse. Now, when you listen to this, right, because this is another thing that came to me in the spirit, man. Well, this scripture came to me in the spirit, but the idea was the thing that I was referring to. How this happened in Nevada, and the man drove all the way from Albany, New York to Nevada, and they put it on the news. You best believe it's probably gonna be mainstream. All right, we're gonna see what they do with it, but regardless, it could be a signal. All right, this could be a signal for these sleeper cells to say, hey, this was a signal for you all to get activated and do what y'all need to do. Because remember, these sleeper cells speak in code. Alright? Alright? And even Esau works in code. So this could be a code that's saying, hey, we can't get in contact with all y'all at the same time by way of phone or a communication device. But once you see one of your fellow sleeper cells, things of that nature, commit a certain act, that's your signal to react. That's your signal to do your part. So don't, remember that, man, because, everyone speaks in code. Just like we speak in code concerning the scriptures, you got to use code words. Esau doing the same thing. And not only Esau, these sleeper cells, man, these terrorists, man. All right? Which these terrorists are here. All right? Don't forget they came in through the border. All right? And we get Proverbs chapter 10 and 12. It says, a naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth. He winketh with his eyes, he speak with his feet, he teacheth with his fingers. Fraudness is in his heart. He devises mischief continually. He soweth discord. You see? So, they like to speak in code, man. I wanted to make that point, man, while I was on my spirit. Now, this the video. It says, man crashed into power substation fence outside Boulder City in suspected terror attack. All right? Which, everything that you were told about is happening, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Things are increasing, as we read in 2 Ezra 8 and 50. So just know, remember, and understand that, and Yahweh Shema Shai gonna put it on everybody's spirit that, the true men of Yahweh Shema Shai have been warning of these things, and they're happening. All right, so you should be very afraid. Everybody that's saying our gospel wrong, our doctrine wrong, saying that we wrong about the Gentiles, and and we tell y'all the Gentiles are Israelites, and y'all send those Gentiles in the nation, y'all should be very afraid, man. You can't be right about one thing and wrong about something else. All right? No, you right about everything, or you wrong about everything. Either you right about everything and you wrong about nothing, or y'all know what I'm trying to say. Shit, y'all fucking wrong. Excuse my language, but y'all wrong. We right. Through the spirit and power, how about Shema Shai? Beginning with the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, man. All right? So y'all should be very terrified. Because these prophecies playing out.
Forward, a story we have been following all afternoon. Metro Police and the FBI are investigating after they say a man rammed his car into a Boulder City substation. It's being investigated as a terrorism incident. And we are getting new details about the suspect and where it happened. Sheriff Kevin McMahill says at 10 a.m. yesterday, Boulder City Police Dispatch received a 911 call reporting a vehicle crash through a secure gate at the power substation. This substation is a few miles outside of Boulder City limits. Here's what we know about the situation. Metro Police say that a 911 caller said the driver looked dead inside their car and that they heard gunshots after the crash. Boulder City police officers immediately responded to the scene. The driver of this vehicle is identified as 23-year-old Dawson Maloney of Albany, New York. Police say Maloney died after turning a gun on himself following the crash. And Fox 5 Victoria Saha has been following these developments and joins us live at Metro headquarters. And Victoria, what are you learning about the suspect?
This terrorism threat is now a cross-country investigation. FBI Las Vegas is working hand-in-hand with FBI in Albany, New York, where they say the suspect, 23-year-old Dawson Maloney, is from. 23-year-old Dawson Maloney drove from Albany, New York to Boulder City, Nevada. Police using license plates of his rental car to track his route.
In coordination with the Albany Police Department, we learned that the suspect had recently been reported missing out of New York.
They say Maloney left Albany last week to make his drive into Boulder City. On Thursday morning, he rammed his car into this power substation and then shot himself. But what investigators found in his car and hotel room is why they're treating this as a terrorism threat. They found multiple guns in the car, explosive gas canisters, and books related to extreme ideology, Sheriff Kevin McMahill said.
Additionally, we discovered the suspect was wearing soft body armor at the time of this incident. These findings significantly elevate the seriousness of this incident.
Las Vegas Special Agent in Charge Christopher Delzato says officials in Albany are combing through Maloney's home.
Recovered from an additional residence in Albany were several gun components needed to assemble a firearm, a 3D printer as well.
Police say Maloney had told family they would, quote, see him on the news.
In a message to his mother, the suspect referred to himself as a dead terrorist son and stated he felt he had an obligation to carry out his act.
An act that police are still trying to figure out a motive for. And we asked the sheriff if Maloney was here in southern Nevada before possibly scoping out the area. And why southern Nevada? Why Boulder City? It's about a 3-day drive from New York. Those are answers that they're still trying to get. Reporting from Metro headquarters, I'm Victoria Saha, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
And stay with Fox 5 as we continue to track new developments in this investigation. For breaking updates, the moment they happen, download the free Fox 5 app.
Yeah, so there you have it. You see, tacky. Tacky. But hey, it don't matter who doing it, Esau or Slipper Cells. You see, man. Hey, what put it on them to label this as a possible terrorist attack is the what? The pamphlets, the books of ideology. All right. So hey, that's what put it on my spirit. And say, hey, this could be a signal, a calling to the others that's a part of this same plan to start acting out, man. All right, you see? So, and this is another reason why Esau was saying, if your ideology is not with this beast system, You're a terrorist. You're labeled as a dissent, man. So it's all tying in. So I typed in, which I already knew the answer, but I typed in the substations run off of hydropower. AI overview, yes, electrical substations frequently handle, transmit, and step down electricity generated by hydropower plants. Substations act as critical connection points for hydroelectric facilities to feed power into the grid, utilizing transformers to manage the high voltages produced at dams for distribution to homes and businesses. So you see, as we read in section 6 of 23, I believe. Anyway, 4, whichever one it was. Drought, you need water for electricity. Without these substations, you can't handle a finish. Without water, finish. So it's all tied together. All right. So when our forefather Ezra saw it, well, that's what Yahweh Shemashah showed him, and that's what he saw, but he didn't fully understand. All right. So these things are happening and are going to happen, and power is going to be knocked out. Sick people that's on electric devices in the hospitals, once the generators go out, them people dead, man. You know, some type of breathing apparatus, you know, that requires you to be plugged up to electricity, they're going to die, man. People on life support, like I said, once some generators run out, your light's going out. These electric cars and everything smart, which is actually stupid, that's going out. And people depend on these things now, you know. Airplanes and things, they going out. All right. So as these things continue to ramp up, man, we can see a lot of things happening, man. And you can just keep reading, you know. Key details on hydropower and substations. You know. I read it. Key details on hydropower and substations. Grid integration. Substations are essential for taking high voltage electricity generated by water turbines and converting it to lower voltages for safe long distance transmission and local distribution. System role, they connect renewable energy, including large scale hydro dams and small run of river facilities to the consumer. Infrastructure in regions like the Pacific, Northwest, or Quebec. Major transmission networks rely heavily on substations to distribute hydroelectric power from remote dams to cities. Reliability. Hydroelectric plants and their associated substations are critical for grid stability and can be used for black start capabilities. Restoring power without relying on an extensive grid. Substations do not run using hydropower for their internal low voltage auxiliary needs, but they serve as a crucial primary infrastructure that distributes the hydroelectric power. And there you have it, man. And there you have it. That's it for right now. Stay prayed up in the name of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Continue to watch and pray so that hopefully we may be deemed worthy to escape all these troubles, man. Because they're here. Stay prayed up in the name of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Oh, yeah. We at the end of February, might as well say, 2 months in, 2026, according to the Gregorian calendar. So you can already imagine how March is going to be. Stay prayed up in the name of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Shalom.